People have one baby and then their entire life revolves around it. You've known that thing for a month. Grow up. Mike, we're with Iceberg Gaming here, and today's joke-filled video is on how to make gold off of Children's Week. Every bag of Doritos is family size when you're single and childless. This year, Children's Week starts on May 1st and ends on May 8th. You know, maybe instead of calling women without children childless, we should just call them well-rested. My friends are always asking me when I'm going to have children, and I've given up telling them that I'm not. Instead, I just tell them I'm not kidding myself. So the way we're going to make gold off of Children's Week is the achievement bad example that people are going to want to get to complete their meta achievements. Most of these items are from the vendors, and you can make a little bit of gold by buying them from the vendors and listing them off on the auction house to take advantage of lazy or, I'm going to say ignorant, but I mean it in a nice way, people that don't know where to get them. So you can make a little bit of gold that way. But how we're actually going to want to make our gold is with cooking. Two of the items needed for the achievement are made with cooking: the tasty cupcake and the delicious chocolate cake. Now we can craft these items and sell them, and people will buy them, or we can also sell the ingredients, specifically the small eggs. The small eggs always sell really well during both Children's Week and Winter Veil. They're needed for an achievement. So not counting the vendor items, our three major ways of making gold off of this holiday are to sell the small eggs, to sell the delicious chocolate cake from cooking, and to sell the tasty cupcakes from cooking. Another thing to keep in mind is that you need two different eggs for these patterns. The tasty cupcakes take the northern eggs, and the delicious chocolate cake takes the small eggs. The best place to farm the small eggs is right at this location in Westfall. And there you'll find this dead creature washed up on the shore, and you're just going to kill these vultures around it. They respawn fairly quickly, so you'll be able to keep killing basically without stop. You'll have to pause every once in a while, but they respawn very quickly, so you'll just hang out here and just kill them and loot them, and you'll get a ton of small eggs. And to farm the northern egg, you're going to go to this location in Sholazar Basin on Northrend. And once again, you'll be killing these condors or vultures or whatever you want to call them, the Gortalon rocks, and you'll get a ton of small eggs northern eggs from those. The recipe for the tasty cupcake is a fairly common world drop in Northrend. You should be able to find it fairly easily if you have the cooking required to do so. It just requires Northrend cooking level 1. It looks like your best bet to farm these up is either in Howling Ford or Borean Tundra. The recipe for the delicious chocolate cake can be found inside of the goodie bags you get from Cooking Dailies. Now, I believe you can get these from any place that does cooking dailies, but from what I've been able to determine, it is confirmed that you can get them from Stormwind / Orgrimmar, Dalaran, or Shatrath. But it looks like anywhere that has cooking dailies, you can get it in the bag from those. Note that the patterns are BOP, so you're not going to be able to buy the patterns off the auction house. Also of note, the Flask of Stormwind Tawny is a little bit harder for Horde to get, so you might be able to get those from a vendor and sell them on the auction house. If you are a Horde player, you can get them in the sewers of Dalaran from the vendor there. I used to recommend that people farm up the Mage Royal to sell as well, but with the region-wide auction house tanking the herb market, I don't really see it as worth it. Did you know that there's no better birth control than the sound of a baby screaming? That's going to wrap up this gold farming guide video on Children's Week. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.